Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine you've got maybe 8 different devices. Could be a gaming console, a streaming box, a Blu-ray player, even a security camera feed.
Right.
And you want to send any of those feeds to any of 8 different TVs, maybe all at once, maybe sending one thing to multiple screens.
Yeah, that classic setup challenge.
How do you even begin to manage that without, just a complete spaghetti monster of cables back there?
And probably half a dozen remotes you can never find the right one for.
Exactly. It's the ultimate AV headache for so many setups.
It really is. And what we're looking at here, it's not just about plugging things in, is it? It's more about intelligent distribution. Seamlessly getting the right thing to the right place.
Right.
Is making sure you have like pristine signal quality across all those screens and giving you flexible central control over everything.
Like the brain behind it all.
Exactly. It's kind of the strategic brain for a complex audio-video system.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. This WolfPack 4K 30Hz 8x8 HDMI Matrix Switch, particularly the one with the integrated HDMI Baluns. Our mission, really, in this deep dive is to show you how this specific piece of kit takes those really tricky AV distribution problems and just simplifies them.
Transforms them, yeah.
Delivering really clean signals, offering incredible control, and actually making these advanced multi-screen setups feel, well, surprisingly approachable.
It takes the complexity out of it for the user.
Yeah. And our insights today, they're coming straight from a detailed product description. So we've got all the specs, the features, and some really interesting real-world uses for this device.
Okay.
So let's start with the core concept. We're talking about an 8x8 HDMI Matrix Switch. Now, for anyone listening who's wrestled with multiple screens, you know the pain. This isn't just about splitting a signal, is it?
No, not at all. It's way beyond a simple splitter.
Yeah.
The 8x8 part tells you it can handle 8 separate HDMI sources, think 8 different inputs, and send them to 8 distinct displays, so 8 outputs. But the real magic, I think, is the versatility it gives you.
How so?
Well, you're not locked into fixed connections. Like, input 1 doesn't have to go to output 1. You can send any input to any output.
Okay.
Or you could route the exact same input, say, the big game, to all the outputs at the same time.
Ah, so one source to many screens.
Exactly. Or any combination in between. The source material actually mentions this allows for literally thousands of different input and output combinations.
Wow, thousands.
Yeah. So it really is like that central traffic controller for all your AV content, making sure the right picture gets to the right screen instantly, reliably.
Okay, that makes sense.
But,
sending the signal is one thing.
Yeah.
What about keeping that signal strong, especially if you're going across a room or even further?
That's a huge issue.
Anyone who's tried running a long HDMI cable, maybe from a media closet to a projector way over there, knows what happens. Flickering, maybe? Pixelation.
Or just nothing. A blank screen. It's incredibly frustrating. It's like shouting across a football field and hoping the message gets there clear.
Yeah.
HDMI signals naturally degrade over distance or even just through multiple connections. It's physics. But this system, it has a pretty sophisticated answer built in.
Wow.
As the HDMI signal passes through this matrix switch, it doesn't just get passed along. It's actively regenerated.
Regenerate. What does that mean exactly?
It means the device retimes the signal, it compensates for any level loss, it corrects phase errors, and it actively eliminates something called data jitter, basically, timing inconsistencies.
Okay.
Think of it less like just cleaning the signal and more like hitting a digital reset button for every bit of data flowing through.
I see.
And the result, according to the source, is a brand new, perfect HDMI signal coming out the other side.
So those long cable runs become less of a worry.
Pretty much, yeah. You can effectively sidestep a lot of the usual HDMI distance limits and signal degradation headaches because the device itself guarantees peak performance regardless of your setup complexity.
And I read something about it avoiding that annoying flashing, when the screen goes black for a second while things connect.
Right. That often happens when a source device is trying to dynamically figure out what the display can handle. It's like they're negotiating.
Yeah, it's disruptive.
Exactly. But instead of that awkward negotiation, this matrix sort of presents a consistent ID card for all the connected displays. It uses something called EDID, Extended Display Identification Data.
EDID, okay.
The matrix figures out the optimal EDID that represents all the connected displays. It tells the source device, hey, here's what everyone can handle right from the start.
So no more negotiation, no more flashing.
Precisely. It avoids that whole dynamic adjustment process that causes the screen flicker or go blank. It just makes the whole system feel much smoother, more reliable. It just works.
Okay, so that digital reset button is great for quality. But what about those really long runs? You know, beyond what even a good HDMI cable can handle.
Yeah, that's where the integrated HDMI balloons come into play. They're a really key feature here.
Balloons. Tell me about those.
So this matrix switch actually comes with 8 separate HDMI balloons. You get both the transmitters and the receivers included.
Right.
And these are basically signal extenders, but they work over standard network cable like CP6. They're game changers for larger spaces.
How far can they go?
Well, according to the specs, they let you extend a 4K signal at 30 Hz up to about 125 feet using just one CT6 cable.
125 feet, wow.
And if you're sending a 1080p signal, you can push that up to 150 feet, again, just over a single CT6.
That's impressive distance.
It really is. It dramatically increases your placement flexibility. Plus, these balloons support something called POC power over cable.
Power over cable.
Yeah, it means you only need to plug in the power adapter on the transmitter side, usually near the matrix switch. The receiver unit at the TV gets its power through the CT6 cable itself.
Oh, it simplifies wiring quite a bit.
Yeah.
Fewer power outlets needed near the TVs.
Exactly. Much cleaner installation. And these balloons also have user-adjustable EDID settings, just in case. And even an HDMI loop-out port on the transmitter.
Okay, so powerful signal extension. Now let's shift from just managing the signal to actually controlling this whole system. This matrix seems to put you firmly in the driver's seat.
It really does. The control options are very comprehensive. It makes it adaptable for pretty much any user or any kind of setup.
What are the main ways to control it?
You've got quite a few choices. There's a WEB GUI, basically, a control interface you access through your web browser.
Okay, standard enough.
There are also dedicated Android and iPad apps. They're free, apparently, and they even let you save up to 10 preset configurations, like movie night or game day.
Oh, presets are handy.
Definitely. For simpler direct control, you've got physical buttons right on the front panel of the unit. And there's also a standard IR remote control included.
So buttons and a remote for quick changes.
Right. And then for more advanced setups or integration, you have RS-232 control, which lets you connect it to a PC or automation system, and also Ethernet control using TCP/IP.
So lots of ways in.
Yeah, it's really about giving you the power to manage the system in whatever way makes the most sense for your specific environment, whether it's simple or complex.
And what about integrating this into, say, a bigger smart home system?
Yeah.
Or maybe a commercial setup like that sports bar example. Does it play nice with others?
It seems designed to do exactly that. It's not just a standalone box. It's meant to be part of a larger AV ecosystem.
Okay.
For example, it comes with free one-way drivers for Control 4, which is a popular home automation system.
That's good.
And there are optional drivers available for other major control systems, too. Brands like RTI, Crestron, URC, Elon.
So pro installers have options.
Definitely. And for the really experienced AV pros or integrators, there's even a straightforward RS-2302 command script. It lets them write their own custom drivers for systems like AMX or Savant, if needed.
How complex is that scripting?
Actually, the example they give is surprisingly simple. Like, if you want to switch input number 8 so it shows up on outputs 1, 2, and 5,
Yeah.
the command is just 8 by 1 and 2 and 5. Literally just that, with a period at the end. You send that command, and the system replies with, OK, once it's done.
Huh. That does sound pretty direct for custom control.
Makes custom programming seem quite accessible, even for complex routing.
And you mentioned a specific control system, the WolfPack sports bar thing. That sounds like a really tailored application.
Yeah, it's an optional system, but it's a fantastic illustration of how granular the control can get. It really brings that traffic controller idea to life.
So what does it let you do?
Okay, picture this. From just one iPad screen, you can manage up to 36 TVs. Yeah, you can take any DirecTV receiver you have connected to the Matrix inputs and send its feed to any combination of those 36 TVs.
Wow.
You can change the channel on any of those DirecTV receivers right from the iPad. And get this, you can actually see a little video preview window on the iPad showing what's currently playing on that DirecTV box.
A live preview. That's cool.
Super useful for finding the right game quickly. And if there's a big game on, you can put that single game onto, say, 10 different TVs with just one tap on the iPad screen.
One tap for multiple screens.
Yeah, and the control interface can even be based on a floor plan of your actual bar or venue, so you just tap the TVs on the map.
That's not just powerful, that's incredibly efficient for a busy place like a sports bar.
Exactly. It's designed for ease of use in a really demanding environment.
Okay, let's circle back for a moment to that compatibility thing we touched on earlier. You know how sometimes HDMI devices just don't seem to get along?
Ah, yes, the EDID challenge.
Right. Source devices like your streamer or console and displays, your TVs or projectors, they all have different capabilities, different formats they support for audio and video.
And if that's not managed carefully, you can end up with frustrating issues. Blank screens, maybe distorted pictures, wrong resolutions.
So why does that happen? Why does a perfectly good HDMI signal sometimes just fail?
That's a great question, and it confuses a lot of people. This is where that EDID learning function becomes a real lifesaver. It tackles a common compatibility headache that most users, honestly, probably don't even realize is the underlying problem.
So how does the Matrix handle these differences?
Well, the Matrix itself supports a whole bunch of different EDI profiles. The specs say 23 independent formats, 8 related to the outputs, and 15 internal ones it can use.
Okay.
And crucially, it has this ED learning function. So let's say you connect a new TV and it just can't display the signal properly for some reason.
Yeah.
You can basically tell the Matrix, okay, look at all the displays connected. Find the one with the lowest common denominator capability. It's the most basic one.
The safest settings, kind of.
Exactly. Learn that displays EDID. Then the Matrix presents that simplified EDID back to the source device. This forces the source to output a signal, maybe like basic 720p video and stereo audio, that all the connected displays are guaranteed to understand and handle correctly.
Ah, so it finds a common ground to make sure everything works,
Yeah.
even if it's not the absolute highest spec everywhere.
Precisely. It ensures universal compatibility across potentially mismatched displays and makes sure everything plays nice together.
Got it. Now, beyond just the video signal, what about audio? A great picture needs great sound.
Absolutely critical for the full experience. And this Matrix seems well equipped there too. It supports robust multi-channel audio formats.
Like what?
We're talking LPCM 7.1 channel, Dolby True HD, Dolby Digital Plus, DTS-HD Master Audio, DTS, Dolby AC3, and even DSD audio. Pretty comprehensive.
So all the main high-def surround sound formats?
Yeah, it seems ready for high-quality home theater audio. And on the video side, just to reiterate, it supports deep color up to 48-bit full 2D and 3D content, and it's compatible with standard formats like Blu-ray, HD DVD specs, and XUICC color space.
You're built for quality then.
It definitely seems specified for high-quality audio and video delivery.
And for all this capability, you mentioned the physical box itself is fairly practical.
Yeah, which is a big plus for installation. It's designed in a small 1U rack size.
So it fits in standard equipment racks easily.
Exactly. It fits neatly alongside other AV gear. And importantly, it operates silently. There's no cooling fan, so you don't get that distracting background noise.
Oh, that's nice. Fan noise can be annoying.
Very. Installation seems straightforward. And despite all the complex routing it does, the response time when you actually switch inputs is pretty fast. The specs say around 2 seconds.
2 seconds, okay. Quick enough for most situations.
Yeah, definitely crucial for making quick content changes without long black screens. And just to summarize the connections, 8 HDMI inputs, 8 HDMI outputs, plus those RS-232 and Ethernet ports we talked about for control.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what does this all really mean? It sounds like this WolfPack 8x8 Matrix Switch offers, well, a huge amount of flexibility.
Unparalleled flexibility, I'd say, for managing multiple sources and displays.
Right, and it really focuses on maintaining that signal integrity even over long distances, thanks to the regeneration and the balloons.
Signal integrity is clearly a core design principle here.
And then there's the comprehensive control, from simple buttons to sophisticated app and third-party integration.
Making it adaptable to almost any need.
It really does sound like it transforms what could be a super frustrating, messy experience into something seamless and pretty intuitive.
I think that's the goal, to take the complexity away from the user and just make it work reliably.
So for you listening, hopefully this deep dive gives you a clearer picture of how high-end AV distribution really operates. It's not just about plugging in cables, is it?
Not at all. It's about intelligent signal management, dealing with things like EDID, and having integrated control systems that tie it all together.
Yeah, this isn't just us reading a product sheet. It's really about understanding the solutions available for truly mastering your media environment, whether that's for your home or maybe a business or, anywhere you have multiple screens.
It provides insight into solving those complex multi-screen challenges effectively.
Definitely. So here's something to think about. If one single device like this can perfectly manage 8 different video sources across 8 different displays, rebuilding a flawless signal every single time, what other hidden complexities are lurking in the everyday technology we use? What other things are we maybe overlooking that could be dramatically simplified, maybe even perfected, if they just had the right kind of traffic controller managing things at their core?